By the time you're done watching this video, you should be able to know how to make your first 10 million, or if you have made your first 10 million naira, you should be able to know how to make your next 10 million or 20 million naira in a month. A lot of people chase flashy businesses like crypto, like tech, like oil and gas. But here's the truth. The businesses that are creating silent millionaires in our societies are businesses that a lot of people do not talk about, and we call them boring business. These are businesses that people will just look at them and feel like nothing good can come out of it. But these are the same businesses that are creating a lot of millionaires and billionaires in the society. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing these businesses with you, give you a step-by-step approach in which you can begin this business, and also tell you how it works and share some examples with you. Now, what is a boring business? A boring business is that business that does not look trendy or glamorous, but provide essential in our everyday life. What are some of the examples of boring businesses? The first one here, we have logistic company, we have car wash, we have laundry, we have POS services, we have cleaning services, palm oil, and poultry farming or rearing of animals. You may be wondering, how does boring businesses work? Here's the first thing. Essential need does not go out of style. Yes, because people need to keep their house clean, people need to keep their cars washed, people need to wear good and well ironed clothes. People also need palm oil, right? And people also need cash for their everyday activities. The second one here is less competition in branding. Most people ignore boring businesses. So the few people who have discovered that there is so much money in boring businesses, they take the branding very serious. And by the virtue of that, they tend to dominate. The third thing here is predictable cash flow. May stop buying luxurious items. People may stop buying bags. People may stop buying shoes. But people cannot stop washing their cars. People cannot stop keeping their home clean. People cannot stop looking for cash, right? And people cannot stop using cash. People cannot stop using palm oil to prepare their food. And people cannot stop transporting goods from one place to another through logistic company, because almost everybody does buying and selling. So like I mentioned earlier in one of the examples, I said logistic company, and buying and selling is very essential. Now, if you are doing buying and selling and these goods cannot reach to the people who have purchased it, it becomes a problem. That is why it is a predictable cash flow. You can just tell yourself that if a person sells out some goods today, I may be able to make money from it because they'll be needing my logistic company to transport it to the person who purchased it, right? And then you know that people need money, people need cash, and people need a whole lot of things. The fourth thing here is scalable with system. You can just begin from the comfort of your home. You don't really need a shop, but as time goes on, you can expand it into a very big brand or business. Now, let's dive into examples of profitable businesses in Nigeria. The first one, just like I earlier mentioned, we have palm oil. You see, palm oil, it is one business that can actually give you a lot of money, especially if you're exporting out of the country. People need palm oil to survive. Palm oil is medicinal. Some pharmaceutical stores, some of the drugs you get from pharmaceutical stores, they are being made with palm oil, right? So palm oil is one business that it is very lucrative. You can go to places where they are being sold in a cheaper rate and buy them in bulks and resell. And trust me, you're going to make a lot of profit from it. The second example here is thrift clothing, Okrika. In one of my videos, I took out time to explain that Okrika is one business that is very lucrative. People undermine the money that is involved in Okrika. But the people who are involved in selling this Okrika, if they tell you how much they make from one belt, you will not even believe it. they don't talk about it that much because they don't want the business to be so rampant. So they try to keep quiet about it. They only come out to complain when they get a certain order and it doesn't go well. There's so much money. There are some corporate girls, there are some corporate guys whose clothing is from Okrika. But by the time they style it, trust me, you wouldn't even know that that is Okrika. Now, that is why it is an why Okrika is an essential product, because people buy clothing, and when people see it that it is nice, they are going to buy it because they need it to wear to work, they need it to wear to church, they need it to wear and go out. You can't go out naked. That is why it is an essential product. The text in here is POS and mobile money services. You see POS. You may be wondering, how is that possible? If I tell you how much people make from POS in a month, depending on the numbers of machines that they have, you wouldn't even believe it. Now, you may be wondering why POS. Yes. The first thing here is we all need cash, right? When you're stepping out, you need cash. If you want to buy food, you need cash. If you want to purchase anything at all, you need cash. So there's a very big tendency that as people are stepping in and out of their houses, they will definitely patronize you, because we live in a country where cash is needed, right? And apart from that, there are people that don't really carry cash, but at the same time, there are some places that you cannot pay with transfer or your ATM card. So they will definitely come back and get cash. That is why POS or mobile money services is one business that is very lucrative. Though it's a boring business, but it can make you a lot of money. The next thing here is cleaning and laundry services. Laundry service is one boring business that can make you a lot of money. How and why? Because people need their clothes to be ironed. People need their clothes to be neat. People need their children's clothes to be neat. There are people that are so busy that they cannot even wash their clothes. So if you own a laundry business, there is no way people will not patronize you. People will always come in to patronize you because they want their clothes very iron. They want their tie very iron, and they want their shoes to be well washed and polished. So you can actually add some essential services to it, right? Apart from the whole laundry stuff, you can add some essential services to it, and people will definitely patronize it because it is a need and it is very essential. So we call it an essential service to everyone out there. Next thing here is food packaging and delivery. Yes, there are people that are very busy. They don't cook. And if you're good at what you do as a food vendor, you can actually cook and deliver to them and make a lot of money from it. There are people that want somebody to cook directly from their kitchen. They don't want somebody who is going to get from a restaurant and give them. They want somebody that will prepare the meal just by themselves and give to them. There are people that will go as far as inviting you to their house to go and cook for them because they want to see the processes in which you are putting in to prepare this food. And if you're good at what you do, a lot of people are going to patronize you because food is very essential, right? People eat every day to survive. You can't do anything without eating, no matter who you are, no matter how strong you may try to be. Even if you're strong, it's not going to last for 24 hours. Even if it's up to 24 hours, you can't last for 72 hours without eating. So, food packaging or being a chef is an essential skill that can fetch you a lot of money if you know how to position yourself. The next thing here is water supply. It could be sachet water or it could be bottled water, depending on the one that you can. Have you seen a store where they only sell water? They sell only water. And you're thinking, why are these people selling water? If you know how much they are making from it, you wouldn't even believe it. Water is very essential. You need to drink at least 1 liter of water every day. And apart from that, nobody can live without water. So it is very, very essential. That is why the money will keep coming. People will keep patronizing you because it's an essential need. Now, you may be wondering, how do I start these boring businesses that she just mentioned above. The first thing here is research local demand. It is very important. When I say research local demand, what are those things that people in your area are in search of? What are those things that you think are very essential and nobody in your area is selling it? By the time you get the answer, you should get started. The second thing here is start small. You can start with 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, depending on what people in your area are lacking and how much you can actually invest in it as a capital. So you don't really have to start with 10 million naira, 5 million naira. Just start with whatever it is that you have. Now, the third thing here is focus on quality and trust. You see, if you don't focus on quality and trust, and if another person discovered that this is what you are actually doing and is giving you a lot of money, they will get started. And by the virtue of that, you're going to lose your own customers and you will never have a loyal customer. The next thing here is market creativity. Use social media to advertise your products, right? Create content, create business pages, and also if you are capable, you can run, it could be Facebook ad, TikTok ad, or an Instagram ad to help your post to go viral. The next thing here, which is the last thing, is skill. Reinvest your profit, save money, and try in as much as possible to document everything that is going on in your business. If you spend 1,000 naira for fuel, make sure you write it down so that at the end of the month, you look at how much you have made, how much you have spent. It is going to give you the edge to know how to spend in the next month. Now, what is the secret mindset? You need to stop chasing trending businesses. Focus on the one that is boring but can actually make you the kind of money that you're looking at. I hope you know that the richest entrepreneurs, the millionaires, the billionaires, the trillionaires that we have in the society didn't just invent something new. They looked at people's problem and figure out that this is the solution to the problem. And that was how they were able to position themselves and made so much money. The businesses may be boring, but it's going to bring you stability and wealth. By now, you understand how boring businesses work and how you can get started and how you can actually position yourself. So tell me under the comment section, which of the boring businesses would you like to venture into? And I'll be very glad to reply you. I hope you found this video helpful because I'm going to see in my next video. But before you go, make sure you like, you share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos like this.